Hello and welcome to StampingCatCrew.com. Today we're going to make this actually quick and easy Easter card. It's the masking with the two bunnies, so I'm going to show you that technique. The stamp set is Sweet Little Something, and it is a photorealistic stamp set. So there's a base color, and then the one with the second most filled in spots would be your second color, and then the least spots would be your third color, and usually your darkest color. So that's actually how I like to put it together. So I'm going to show you what we did. Set that aside. These are actually what the bunnies look like. Put our finished card aside. So these are the three: lightest, medium to darkest with the most detail. The lightest has the least detail. That's your base color. So what I did is I stamped a bunny in the lightest color that I was using. In this case, it's Sahara Sand. You can see this outline right here. I took paper snips and I trimmed around this side and the arm, and I didn't need to trim this part because the only part that's overlapping is kind of from here over. So didn't need to worry about that. I put a little bit of temporary adhesive on the back, but you can stick it down with some sticky notes off to the side and it'll work just fine. And I actually chose just to use a piece of copy paper, which is right here. I just stamped it right on the corner there and then trimmed it out of that. So this is the three-step bunny that I was playing around with for the darker colors. I wanted to see because I've done the lighter color before. And since they are photopolymer stamps, you really do need the foam mat underneath to get a really clear stamped image. So the first three colors for the lightest bunny that I used is Sahara Sand, Crumb Cake, and Soft Suede. And then for the deeper bunny, I used Crumb Cake, Soft Suede, and Early Espresso. So I'm going to set those colors aside. I'm going to grab my base. I've pre-done a lot of the stuff so you don't have to sit through it. I've got my base done. This is actually the layer that I'm going to be stamping on. So I'm going to open up the lightest color, Sahara Sand. And you want to get a nice, good inked up image. And one of the things that I found works really well, if you get a nice solid image there, you can use this empty space right here and really the space where the arms are and the legs right here, and that really makes a good guide to help you do your next stamp. So for the lightest color bunny, we're going to do Crumb Cake. And what I'm looking for is to line up those three parts that we talked about. That empty space, the ears, the arms, and the legs. Go straight down and straight back up with even pressure. So we've gotten that pretty good. And then we're going to do our third color, which is Soft Suede. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to look for that empty space and then also the arms and the legs. Again, straight down and straight back up with even pressure. So there's our lightest bunny. What I want to do is set this aside for a minute. I'm going to actually clean the three stamps. I'm going to bring our mat back in. This is the mask that we did. What I'm trying to do is line up over here where this bunny is going to go off to the side. So as long as this part is covered up, you're good to go. Masking is actually really easy, especially if you've got a pretty straightforward image like this. So this time our darkest color is actually going to be Crumb Cake. This bunny is a little darker. We go with our more solid image. I'm going to follow the line that we did last time. Our second color is Soft Suede. Again, trying to keep that open space in mind, helping you to line that up. And then our third color is Early Espresso. And straight down and straight back up with even pressure. So they're done with our bunnies. I'm going to pull up our mask here, and you can actually see the little bunny behind the bunny. So I love this technique. I love masking. I just really like the way that it looks. One of the fun things is taking your base, and because the ribbon wraps around both of these, I'm actually going to put some adhesive, ends of both ribbon. I can wrap that right around the back. And then I always like to go over the ribbon again, make sure it's got a good amount of adhesive on it. And we're going to center this part on. The ribbon that I just did is actually the Pear Pizzazz Shimmer ribbon, and it's also what I used for the little bow on the boy and the little hair bow on the girl bunny. What I did is, this is the green for the base, and then we had the pool party and also the powder pink here, and I cut them in half so that I'd have a much tinier bow. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a glue dot, because I didn't want to unwrap mine all the way, but you can leave it on the paper. I think I've shown that before. And I'm just going to cut that so that I have half of a glue dot on the back of his little bow. And then I've got the other half of the glue dot on her hair ribbon. There we go. So I knew that I wanted small little bows there to not take up a lot of space. We didn't want to draw attention away from the bunnies and the rest of the card, and bigger bows can be a little overpowering. And I didn't want to custom color bows. I know I've shown that with twine in the past when we did our last bunny card and we custom colored the twine. Could have done that, but wanted to keep it simple and straightforward. Did the Happy Easter in the soft suede color, and I did a mini dimensional right in the center and a couple little pieces of the tear and tape, which is our really strong adhesive. I got the ends just a bit. We don't want it to be our main thing, but just enough. And that's it. I always tell you, remember to make your envelopes pretty. So we've done some of the little flowers that come with that set in the envelope. So this is the one we just did. This is our original. Bunnies on this one was a little further down, so maybe take an eye on your spacing, but still super cute. And that's it. Thanks so much, and happy creating.